To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. Fields this one at the 3. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And bringing them out to one of 2 quarterbacks taken in the first round of this year's draft. Out of Ole Miss, it's Jackson Dart.
One of the really cool things about Jackson Dart's career, both high school and college, is every step of the way he just kept getting better. And that's what the great pros do. Joe Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, they never rest on their laurels. They're constantly striving to be excellent. It's exactly what Jackson Dart did collegiately and what I have to do professionally.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the Giants first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Dart's going to tuck it and run. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Dart out of the shotgun. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a 6-0 lead right away. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
On is Jude Mikitomney now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
Mikitomney all set now for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Juke the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. And bringing him out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
Those Denver Broncos have been looking for their next quarterback after Elway and Manning, and it was a dark period until Bo Nix stepped into the fold. He led all rookies in passing yards, touchdowns. He was 29, by the way, and he finished 3rd for Rookie of the Year. The Broncos, they found their quarterback.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response. Right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Now here he goes. And Nick slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 off.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get 27 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Finds him on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Nix from the gun. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Denver Broncos.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Nix holds on to it. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Dobbins. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Giants will have a first down. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. 2nd and 10 now. Connection made with his running back. This is Cam Scannaboo. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And Scannaboo on 3rd. And he takes it down to the 33. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
13 yards. First down, New York.
Not even a little bit. Oh, Lord. Know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball at the 33 for first down. From the gun, here's Darts. It's caught right side by Johnson. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
It's Scannaboo on 2nd down. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Setting up the screen. Takes out a one-stop, and he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Dart setting in to throw here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They were lining up to go for this. No run, it's Scannaboo. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants break the tie here in the... Saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this, slow to, and then explodes for the touchdown.
Nickatomney to add the PAT.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Broncos 7.
Nickatomney all set now for the kickoff. Marvin Mims now to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Finds him over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Next, quick out wide, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The game gets this down inside the 35. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
Just an outstanding play by that safety. But I'll say this, Kate, that offensive coordinator, take note. Those safeties are flying downhill. To create a negative play on a toss, I can assure you a reverse, a trick play, some over their heads coming eventually.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap to Nix. That one finds his man, Ingram. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Every tight end worth their salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Dobbins on 1st and goal. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. So they'll be facing 2nd and goal coming up as we reach the end of 1. It's a 14-7 game. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. They go to him again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
3rd and goal, here's Nix. Buying some time. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants and running back Cam Scadaboo trotting back out there. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. New York to the line. 1st and 10. On play action with Dart. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Quick one to the outside by Dart. This gets forward to around the 29. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 4 coming up now. Here goes Dart to the air. Looking for a target. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. First time this game they've looked to him. And 4th and 4 coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Punt meets him at the 28. That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Broncos offense all set to go. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. He's trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And this is taken ahead to the 42. Cordell Flott there on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Giants, 35-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Nix off the play action. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. No room up the middle, none outside either, Brock. So give him just 2 yards on that carry. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take a second-quarter lead. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'd be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos push their lead to 3.
Giants 14.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Giants about to get to work on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Scatterboo now from the gun. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
The tackle by Talanoa Ufanga. 44-yard gain on the play. First down, Giants.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Now go play action. Here's Dart. Headed out right. He's keeping it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Caught behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now Dart's going to the air. He's running for it. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, New York.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
4-yard line. First
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Giants take a second quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Nicotomney to add the PAT.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants take a 4-point lead.
21. Broncos 17.
Nicotomney all set now for the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Knicks now on 1st and 10. Looking slant route complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. 2nd and 10 now. This one falls incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He's got Sutton complete. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for the Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He can run it. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
21 more yards. That's another Broncos 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's going to be contained after a modest gain to the 31. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 31. Dumps it off to his running back. Will muster a little down to the 30. He was brought down by Roy Robertson Harris.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos trailing in the early going. Throw on 3rd down. This finds Franklin. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Here's Nix. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos push their lead to 3.
Broncos 24, Giants 21.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Giants and running back Cam Scadaboo trotting back out there. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. First call here coming from the shotgun. Driving forward with Scadaboo. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still first down.
A 1st and 5 to begin this drive following the penalty. Finds a seam down the middle. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies. We do, Kate. We try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Darts out of the shotgun. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Dart gonna throw again. Stepping up, and he's gonna run. And he's got him that first down as he hits the deck safely. They're gonna be looking at 1st and goal. The Giants using their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Darts looking to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Scattaboo. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now from the 2-yard line, it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Darts. Completed over the middle. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Just 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's 4th and goal. Running with Scattaboo. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
I love aggressive defenses. And a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
The Broncos get the football. Not a lot of time left in the half. Holding just a field goal lead. Probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. We get it on the ground here with Dobbins. And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from their goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these 2 squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the 2nd half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hughes.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Nick Snap to throw. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
Short pass brought in. And now a small gain up to about the 32. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Now Nick's on 3rd down. That one finds his man, Ingram. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
First down. 1st and 10.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. We'll give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Nick's quick out wide, complete. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 9.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
31. Giants 21.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants and running back Cam Scadaboo trotting back out there. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Another try following the sack. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
3rd down now. Here's Dart. Complete to Hyatt. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Dart from the pistol. Taken in by Bellinger. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
It's Scannaboo on second down. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Rolling on third. Here's Dart. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And Dart's got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. On play action with Dart. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Now midfield after that loss. Here's second and long. Trying again, following the sack. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third and long for him here. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. The Giants are set to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. They'll run on first down with Dobbins. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up second and 2.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Get a good push, get a good gain, get some positive yards. Job well done.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. Running it again with Dobbins. Jukes one defender. Up to the races, middle of the field. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos making a 16-point ball game. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown.
whammy of this one, Kate, is just where they were on the field. Mentally, defensively, it's almost like an 8-point swing, going for the chance of the safety in one end zone to watching and celebrating the other one.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos take a 3-possession lead.
Giants 41.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Oshesky. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Giants and Jackson Dart set to go back on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. On 1st and 10, here's Dart. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Bronco. By the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Going on 1st down. It's Dart. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. They motion the tight end over. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route for man coverage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Darts out of the shotgun. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
18 on the play. 1st down, New York.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays.
Full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Hyatt with the grab. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 13 on the...
It's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Darts looking to throw. Connecting on the slant. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
All right, to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long. And on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Dart. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's got him that first down as he hits the deck safely. They're going to be looking at 1st and goal.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Giants get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Nicotomney to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants cut the lead down to 10.
Broncos 38, Giants 28.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Knicks now on 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time. And
he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. It keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
There's the fake. Here's Nix. Brought in by his back. Dobbins. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Nix from the gun on third down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, third and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to them and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Will Lutz getting the call on fourth down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants and Jackson Dart set to go back on offense. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Scatterboo now from the gun. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
New York.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
On first down, here's Dart. He keeps it and takes off. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Matt Surtain. A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Giants.
First down, ball at the 36. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First down, Giants.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On the handoff, here's Scatterboo. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants now within 1 score in the 4th.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
Mickey to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Giants get it back to within 6.
41. Giants 35.
kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. From the 31. Able to get it to Franklin. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
It's a gain of 30. That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's going to tuck it and run. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos go up by 12 in the 4th. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown, and you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him, had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt. Man, just great work by the defense there, Brock. The coverage really forced that throw short of the goal line, and then they got downhill to clean that play up.
I love that word right there. You just nailed it, downhill. You throw it short, you allow those defenders with great speed and tenacity to come downhill on you. No chance for the 2 points.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants and Jackson Dart set to go back on offense. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. Darts back to throw. Gets him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Scatterboo. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Your start now. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 14. And the Giants, first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, ball at the 36. Now Darts, dialing up a receiver screen. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. To throw. Here's Darts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Here goes Dart to the air. Screen here for Scatterboo. This is not going to get it done on 3rd down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Desperation time here. On the move, headed right. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the 4th.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Denver ready for another offensive possession. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down is going to end up in a loss of yards. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
It's 3rd and 11.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Nick's now to throw. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Now before we read a minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half. On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here starts. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. And he's going to have this off near the 40, just a little bit short of it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Giants down by 12. 1st and 10, got to score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. Darts out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st and 10, here starts. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like in a walk, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this 1st down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun this time. Here's Darts. He sends this one to the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down. Now to throw. It's on target to Johnson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Darts. Stepping up, and he's going to run. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 19. Drops back. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they've made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And that puts this offense in a very tough situation now on 4th down. So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building, it's a win at home for the Broncos. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.